Stolas. You haven't been answering my text, and I sent you a bunch of funny shit, so what gives?
I love this. It's like... Yeah, okay, so bringing it back to the last episode. And we had the whole facepalm and Blitz, you know, kind of going off, and Stolas and everything. But what really stuck with me was what Stolas said at the end about how little Blitz holds him in regard, or how lowly Blitz thinks of Stolas, and how highly Stolas thinks of Blitz. That dynamic. You know, how Blitz is calling him like, and I'm paraphrasing here from, you know, my interpretation, basically a rich, pompous prick, you know? But Stolas is not like that. Their entire relationship is about Blitz using Stolas, and Stolas kind of knows this, but he likes Blitz and kind of hopes deep down that Blitz likes him too. And so he kind of allows himself to be used so he can spend more time with Blitz. Whereas Blitz is kind of just spending time with Stolas so he can get his grimoire. And then so now Blitz kind of goes on this whole thing, and it's really not fair. But I can also understand why Blitz is that way, especially considering, you know, his relationships up until that point, his abandonment issues, all of his other trauma and everything. So it's like this train wreck where both of these people are, you know, messed up in their own way. You know, one's this traumatized kid that had to grow up and is a professional killer for hire. Another one was raised in a sociopsychopathic household where he wasn't loved by his parents. He was in a loveless marriage, you know, all these other things. And basically his daughter's the only person that he can truly sort of, you know, love because his wife fucking hates him, you know, tried to have him killed and all this other stuff. And Blitz is kind of the only other good thing in his life, which is really sad in its own way. It's like, my God, man, you know, like this show started funny, right? Like in the pilot episode with the sex telephone call. And it was supposed to just be funny and horny and it's hell and there's no depth and, you know, everything's a booty call. But now it's got this whole relationship dynamic and we're so invested in it because we've been watching these two people for like 2 seasons now, right? And so we're actually now invested in their relationship dynamic and we begin to care. Which is ironic considering they're in hell, you know? Yeah. Kuma, why do you look like someone that just woke up from a morgue? Are you saying I look like a vampire? Or are you saying I look like a zombie? Am I pale? Or am I pasty? Or like, what are you trying to say here? Yeah, it was basically like a parody of something like The Office when it started, and now it's like this. I'll be honest, I haven't watched The Office, but I really want to. I heard good things. I've seen the occasional clip. The schedule mentioned trailers. Trailers / Hazbin Hotel. This is the Hazbin Hotel. Alright, let's continue. Maybe I'll check out. So it depends on time. We got a schedule. Let's continue. But I wanted to talk about their relationship, and that's kind of where my brain's at. So, like, let's continue from there, right?
I was hoping my lack of ha-has in response to the photos you sent would be an indicator I didn't want to talk right now.
Oh, come on, Stolas. We just had a rough night. Besides, you always want to hear from me.
Blitz, what is it you want?
I want to feel like I'm earning my way to Earth. Okay, so get your tight feathered ass out of that lawn chair and into the bedroom so I can fuck it.
Wow. Poetry. I'm sure such a statement would have had me swooning by now.
Yeah, sure. Okay, that was a shitty way for me to say it, but you usually like it when I talk all dirty and fucky and shit. Come on, we don't do words. We do sex.
As shocking as this might seem, Blitz, I don't think I'm in the mood to do sex with you. In fact, I don't think I'm even in the mood to do words with you. So how about you respect that?
Oh, come on, Stolas. You can't mean that. You always love seeing this.
Seeing you right now is hard. I don't want to feel worse than I already do. It's bad enough I got an invite to this anti-Blitzo party, an honorary invite for being your freshest ex.
Anti-Blitzo party? Who the fuck's behind this?
Oh, it's entirely immature. I'd never indulge this nonsense. It's silly.
Real silly. Real fucking classy.
Kind of them to invite me, though. It might be rude not to make an appearance.
Alright, I want to read this. I like these. The attention to detail in this is just absolutely amazing. I love it. Like 90% of people will never read it, but I'm 10%.
I'd be rude not to.
Stolas, congrats. Blitzo has officially broken your fucking heart. It would be my pleasure to extend my honorary invite for you being his freshest ex to our Halloween party in the human world for closure and to indulge in our shared hatred for that miserable fuckboy. Hope to see you there, and this video is officially demonetized on YouTube.
Make an appearance.
Veronica! Of course, that fucking bitch.
I will say, it's rather concerning you have an entire party devoted to hating you, though, Blitz.
Oh, please. Everyone hates me for shitty reasons. In the end, everyone's just bitter they couldn't tie this ass down. I'm too much imp to simp.
You really think that's the reason?
Yes, sir. They couldn't handle that I moved on.
Oh, so you're used to being the one who crushes others' feelings, hmm?
If by crushes others' feelings you mean in shit before it gets serious, then bingo, I'm doing everyone a favor because relationships are boring.
Oh, yes, very boring. So what are you doing here, then?
Waiting for you to realize how good an angry fuck would be right now.
Get out. Right now.
What?
I'm tired of this. I'm uncomfortable with how you're speaking to me now.
Oh, come on, Stolas. You can't tell me this isn't a fantasy of yours. You want me to show your rich, princey ass what a real fucking is.
Stop it.
Ha! I'm right, aren't I? You get off to getting plowed by people you look down on.
I don't look down on you. How many times do I... When have I ever... You speak just like that vile striker friend of yours, the one who tried to kill me and you couldn't be bothered to come help me. Remember him?
Hey, look, I do not sound like... And I didn't know he was capable... I stopped him the first time, didn't I?
The first time?
Yeah, Oh. Oops. No, who said that?
You knew someone was trying to assassinate me?
Oh. Wait, I didn't think he was capable of doing it, but I stopped him the first time, which completely, contradicts my excuse I just said 5 seconds ago. There's a famous saying, the fish that keeps its mouth shut doesn't get caught.
No, I stopped him, and I really didn't think you could actually get hurt. You're immortal and shit. You're a fucking prince. If me and my team could kick that guy's ass that easily, then I'm sure you'd have no problem.
I suppose you are right. Silly me. It's not an imp's place to protect a Goetia, is it?
And there it is. Took you long enough.
That's all you were waiting for, wasn't it? For me to play into this idea you have of me, that I'm this prince who thinks he's so much better than you. Well, I don't. Why would I allow everyone to see how much I like you, how I've tried so fucking hard to spend time with you, to support you? You don't owe me those things, but you can't just ignore all that.
You know, Stolas, I spent the entirety of this morning listening to love ballads. And that was still the gayest thing I've heard all day!
Do you feel any kind of remorse for what you do? Have you ever even apologized once in your life?
Oh, you think I can't apologize? For what? You want me to be like, oh, sorry, this entire time I assumed the worst because I was convinced a prince could never love someone like me, and I let my self-hatred stop me from apologizing to anyone I could never care about?
Well, yes, that.
That was surprisingly on the ball.
Well, fuck you! I can sorry the fuck out of people, just you watch! I sorried Fizz so hard he cried! And I can sorry more people, everyone but you, because I don't owe you dick! Everyone but you. I can totally apologize to the people I've fucked with. I mean, how many could there possibly be?
Really? Southern bitch? What?
Yes?
Ow!
It's you.
Hey, Martha. Look, I know we killed you in the past, but I just wanted to say no hard feelings and offer this.
Oh, it's a girl from episode 1. Wait, why are you apologizing to her? She was a bitch. Wait, is that her daughter or is that the school teacher?
Yeah, that's fucking right.
Wasn't the teacher the one that paid for the hit? Yeah, it was. The fuck? Wait, are you apologizing to, like, the animatronic? That's not how apologies work! What? That is, like, the most corporate thing ever. Send them a fruit basket.
All right, and now on to the X's, who are all in one place. Yay.
Let me just imagine all the people that probably don't like me in one place at the same time. Well, that would just be depressing.
Hey, buddy, you know where 666 South Maple Avenue might be?
Down that way, demon dude.
Sick costume, bruh.
Hey, happy Halloween. Oh, looks like you missed some makeup there.
Thanks, it's my face.
Why does this look like an episode of, what was I playing? Hive Swap Friend Sim. Yeah, this is basically Hive Swap Friend Sim in a nutshell. Like, really, it's the same shit.
The one day a year the spirits can rise amongst the living, and it's spent celebrating mutual pettiness.
Oh, what?
Oh, nothing. I was talking to myself.
Cool, man. I wish I was you.
Hello, freshest X! Stolas! How are you doing, baby? You holding up okay?
Oh, I'm fine.
How much you want to bet she's gonna make a move on him?
I felt it rude not to stop by. I don't get invited out much, but I really shouldn't stay long.
Well, I'm glad you can make it, honey.
Well, this certainly beats the last Earth party I attended on Hallows Eve.
All hail the demon prince, Stolas.
I was told there would be cake.
Imagine fucking summoning Stolas to fucking sacrificing ritual and shit, and he's like, where's the cake? He's like the chillest demon to summon. Imagine being the person being sacrificed. You're just like, why?
Speaking of cake, you want to slice it?
Oh!
I like to start at the neck. Or the dick. You're right. Nobody wants his dick anyway.
I think I'm content without slicing any of it.
She crazy.
Live it up, baby. You are with friends here. Fuck Blitzo in the fucking ass!
He'd probably be into that though.
Wow, have I fucked this many people? Christ on a stick. I should start keeping count. Sorry for the comment I made at your sister's wedding, though she did deserve it. She's a whore. Sorry for fucking your mom, though I thought it was your dad.
Hey!
He did it.
Way to go, Dennis. You fucking suck.
Yeah, you suck, Dennis.
He probably does. That's a lot of exes. I don't even know if he dated all of them. Maybe. I like how that's a piece of merch getting burnt. Look, it's a piece of merch. Look, it's a piece of merch. I love it.
Now, it's time to hear from the special new guest of honor of the night, Stolas! Get up here and say a few words.
No. I'm not really, I really...
Isn't that, what's her name? Gluttony? No, is she Gluttony? I think she's Gluttony. The one that sings Cotton Candy. Cotton Candy's boyfriend.
really shouldn't.
Tell us all about your experience with Blitzo, the cock-sucking motherfucker! Come on, baby, speak from your heart. We all here know how you feel.
I let you get too close. I let it go too far. Now I know, now I know, now I know exactly what you are. Na 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 na. A motherfucker. Na 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 na. A motherfucker. I don't think you meant to hurt me, 'cause I don't think it meant a thing at all. At all, at all, at all. At all, at all, at all. At all to you. Na 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 na. The motherfucker. Na 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 na. The motherfucker. I let it go too long. I let you go too deep. Now I know, now I know, now I know there's one thing I can't keep, but I keep on waiting, waiting to want you less than I do. And I do, oh I do, yes I still do want you. But maybe it's all on me for missing every sign and every glance and every turn. No, he's a motherfucker. Maybe there's something here for us to glean, for you to teach and me to try to learn. No, he's a motherfucker. 'Cause darling, you're the thief, but you were mine to earn. What if I came on too strong? What if I read this so wrong? What if we just don't belong? All this what if, why makes me burn? Oh, I don't think you meant to hurt me, 'cause I don't think it meant a thing at all. Well, did it? No, not at all. At all, at all, at all.
You see, I'm a child, but when he said I let it go too deep, I was thinking of something else. I am a child.
Thank you for your time.
Alright, bitches! Let's get wild!
I really like this genre. I really do. This is more kind of in line with the type of music I would like. Don't get me wrong. I could listen to all the other songs and appreciate them, but this is the type of tune I would really like. Yeah. It's something funny really popped up to mind, and I shared this with people on Discord that I was chatting with. So, long story short, I might have mentioned, I might not have mentioned it. It was one of the Helluva Boss videos. But in high school, there was this girl I used to chat to, and this is me when I was like dense as fuck. Right, and I didn't realize that she liked me for a while. But anyway, I used to chat on her. I used to chat with her online and all this sort of shit. And I ended up finding out like 2 years later she really liked me, and I was never into her, right? And so when I finished high school, she was 1 year lower than me in grades, and so when I went to university and stuff, we obviously lost contact and all that sort of stuff. And I found out on Facebook, like I logged on Facebook time to time just to see what the hell's going on when there's like birthdays and shit, to see notifications. And I realized she got married and she gave birth to a kid. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I take a look at the post and she's like, yeah, I gave birth to underscore. And that's my freaking name. And I'm just like, that's a bit weird. I'm deep down hoping that like she has like a granddad or an uncle whom I share a name with, because then at the very least I hope the kid is named after someone else, because we didn't even date, we didn't even do anything. I was just like a random guy in, you know, okay, we chatted for like 2 years, right? But like I was a random guy. Like, I'm fucking hoping, you know what I mean? Because I remember when I found out she liked me, like, one of her friends told me. I was like, what, really? And trust me, I was dense like a motherfucker. And she was like, yeah. And I'm like, well, I don't like her. And then she was like, yeah, it's fine. She knows you don't like her, but she just hopes that in the end you'll end up with her. I'm like, but that's unrealistic, you know? And so, anyway, she ended up marrying the first guy she dated. But, like, that would be creepy as fuck. Like, that is creepy as fuck, man. It's either a huge coincidence who made a big impression on her. That is just creepy. Like, having a kid and naming it after someone you had a crush on. Or, like, having a kid and naming the kid after an ex or something. Like, that's just... I feel bad for the father, honestly. You know what I mean? Like, you would hope the person moves on. Otherwise, you get this sort of situation. For better or worse, right? Like, either it's a positive memory or it's a negative memory. But you would hope the individual could move on from a previous relationship and not hold that baggage in the next one. Because, you know, you don't want to be with someone and they're thinking about previous relationships and partners. Like, personally, do you want to hold on to that? I don't. I wouldn't want to. Like, I certainly hope others wouldn't. Like, I hope Hutchin's not carrying baggage from ex-boyfriends and shit. That'd just be fucking weird, you know? I mean, I didn't even consider it. I'm like, that's just weird to me, personally. But, like, I don't know. Anyway, Blitz is having a realization, right? It's so easy to apologize when you don't mean it. You know, it's just lip service. I'm not talking about blowjobs. But I mean, like, it's easy when you don't mean it. But he can't apologize to Stolas because he would have to mean it. Maybe your name is unique and extravagant. It's not that unique, and it's not that extravagant, but, like, I would hope, like, it has absolutely nothing to do with me. Otherwise, that's weird as fuck.
Hey!
Blitz, what are you doing here? You're lucky everyone is drunk or you would be murdered right now.
Ah, no, it's good. I'm in a disguise. Wow. I've never seen you throw 'em back like this.
Came just to judge me, is that it?
No, this was the final stop on the apology tour I've been on today.
Oh, yes, I recall. Everyone but me is getting your cheap apologies tonight. Well, you certainly have your work cut out for you.
Look, how I acted this morning, it was fucked, okay?
This morning? Oh, why did you show up there? Why did you show up here?
You already asked that, but look, I just really need to talk to you, to explain.
Oh?
I've always been real shit at sorries, okay? They're for pussies, and no one fucking deserves them anyway, but I felt like maybe you actually needed one.
Oh, lucky me!
Oh, shit. Okay, what I mean is, I said sorry a lot today, and honestly, didn't really mean any of it, because the only one I wanted to say it to was you, Stoles. This whole thing we had going, I mean, you're a fucking prince. How could you ever actually care for an imp? Me. How could anybody?
Blitz, there is a crowd full of people here who cared so much, they throw an entire fucking party about hating you every year.
I mean, I'm kind of jealous. You know, like, you're famous in the way you don't want to be famous, but, like, you know what I mean? That's a lot of people that got emotionally attached to someone that was emotionally unavailable. You know? I'm kind of jealous.
Do you know how much you have to care to do something as stupid as that?
Stolas, you are better off without me, okay? You deserve so much. I don't even know why you would want to be with me.
You want to know what I want? I want to know what it's like to not be alone. I want to be someone's someone. I want to feel wanted, but like in a romantic way, like I'm standing out in the rain at a train station and someone is shouting, "Harriet, don't get on that train, it's going to London and I cannot be without you."
Oh, Stolas, that's a rom-com.
Oh, fuck you. The point is, I just want someone to care if I stay or go. I want someone to want me, to want to see me, to hold me, look at me and think, you're the only one I want. I desire to hold you and talk to you, never let you feel so. You, why are you here? I don't want you here. Go home, please. Let me not feel so sad.
Hey.
Oh, hello.
Great song earlier. You have great pipes.
Thank you.
Yeah, he sings fantastic. We're talking here.
Well, I just wanted to see if maybe, I don't know, you'd want to dance?
You want to dance with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Blitz, no! No! Don't do it, it's a bad idea! It's a really bad idea! How cool would it be if we had a Hate Kuma party every year in October? Would I be invited? No, Blitz, don't do it! No! No, it's a horrible idea. We all know where it's gonna go.
Hey, Ver.
So, an apology tour, huh? You got a lot of balls coming here, Blitzo.
Yeah, I know. Everyone here hates me.
Yep, that's the point, dumbass.
So what, you're waiting for your sorry?
Oh, fuck you, you little prick.
Well, I'm sorry for always telling it like it is, sister.
Well, I'm just being honest. I'm sorry for dumping you. Sorry for not falling head over heels for you, or that guy, or fucking Dennis, or anyone at this stupid fucking party.
Oh, you are so fucking shitty. Do you hear yourself?
Everyone's shitty. Hello, we live in hell. Why am I all of a sudden the bad guy just for sucking at relationships?
Are you expecting sympathy? Oh, poor Blitz. Finally having to own that his actions affect other people's fifis. Bitch, please. How do you think I felt when the fun guy I was dating decided to just bail on me because I made the shitty mistake of saying I love... It was the most embarrassing feeling to be vulnerable for once, and you really just know how to send a message in the shittiest fucking way.
I feel called out, but anyway.
The worst part is you still make me feel like a bad person for being angry at you now. But hosting this party for everyone else you've dicked over, at least I can help others cope with the shit you did. What? No snarky comeback?
No. You're right.
You know, what really gets me is that all these people got emotionally attached to someone that was completely emotionally unavailable. And I get it. Humans are irrational. Emotions are irrational. And at some point, in your mind, you mixed up physical attraction with emotional whatever the fuck. But, like, isn't that kind of on you? You know what I mean? You were having physical flings. And then all of a sudden, you thought it was something it wasn't. And the other guy's the bad person. You know what I mean? It's like being friends with benefits. And then for whatever reason, you want to be more than friends with benefits. And the other person doesn't. And then somehow that person is the bad person. You know what I mean? It's like, the fuck? I mean, you had like a clear, like, laid out on the table, this is what it is, right? We're like attracted to each other, but we don't want to date, but we want to fuck. But we occasionally want to hang out with each other, but we don't want to be together because we want to fuck. And you're okay with that. And then suddenly you want more, but the other person, like, you know what I mean? How's the other person the bad person? Wouldn't they be the bad person if they pretended to date you, and then it turns out they were lying just to have sex with you? I would consider that the bad person. But a person that just simply doesn't want emotional attachment, but is open about it, isn't the bad person here. Because they're being honest about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's different. We know how Blitz is. He didn't end these relationships in a good way and just escape. I know, he did a runner. Like, I totally get it. But, like, I got nothing. But you get my point. He wasn't necessarily the bad guy. He just didn't consider the other person's feelings. But to be fair, in those types of hookups, when do you consider feelings? You know what I mean? It's mainly just sex, right? I think the implication was that they were actually dating until she loved him and then Blitzo dumped her. But that's the thing with dating. Every relationship is different. Some people consider dating in the traditional sense of, I'm dating one person exclusively to see whether or not we're compatible. And then if we are, you know, this relationship continues till, I don't know, maybe forever or maybe not. I had the same assumption. And I learned the hard way that that doesn't always apply to everyone. Some people see dating as dating multiple people until you pick one. And then you're like, ew. But you get my point, right? Based on the photos we saw in the previous episodes, it did seem like a genuine relationship. Plus, as a succubus, loving someone is probably very serious for her. I didn't realize she was a succubus. I thought she was just like another demon. But like, good point. But like, I don't know.
I actually am, you know, sorry. I don't want to be this way. Not forever.
Looks like Stolas is having a good time.
Yeah, well, he needs it.
Oh, a really good time.
Oh, that bird-stealing cockback!
Hold it, Blitz. You know, if you want to change, it just starts with saying, good for him. Hope he gets laid. Here, have some cake, fuckwad.
Ever since you went away, I've been haunted, haunted. I always get whatever I want, and I wanted you. So now I'm drawing circles in the sand, trying to understand how you do the things you do.
Oh, I was enjoying the song. It must be really weird, like, watching someone you fucked make the moves on someone you like. I can't even imagine it. There is some symbolism of her kicking this bar out. Visually, Blitzo is caged in a jail while Veriska is not. Veriska has moved on to not purely hate Blitz, but to help others cope with their pain that he has caused. She doesn't see herself trapped anymore, but Blitz is trapped by his mistaken self-hatred. I mean, that could be an interpretation of the symbolism. Here's another one. She's dealing with her trauma of Blitz by helping others deal with their trauma. She's fixing other people, and in a way feeling like she's fixing herself because she's projecting her problem onto someone that has the same problem. It's a nice touch to see Variska ironically serving her heart on a silver platter. It shows she is actually at peace. She can give her heart, walk away without caring whether he accepts it or rejects it. She's finally free. But then there's the added layer that it isn't actually her heart, but Blitzer's heart on the plate. She offers him his own heart on the silver platter, and he rejects it. He spelled it out earlier in the episode, but he clearly doesn't think he deserves to be loved. And one of the most basic bits of relationship advice is that you can't love anyone else until you learn to love yourself. He can't love anyone until he believes he deserves to be loved himself. That's one interpretation.
Sometimes it still hurts a bit. Sometimes I'm so full of shit.
I like this song. I want this song. This is a good song.
But this much is true. Baby, I'm not over it. I'm over you. Over you. Over you. Over you.
You're gonna find this crazy, but up until recently, I wasn't paying attention to the lyrics of songs. If the beat and the tune was nice, I would listen to the song regardless of lyrics. I didn't pay particular attention to lyrics. Occasionally, I would hear the chorus and things like that, but I wouldn't be actively listening to the lyrics of the song and the lyrics dictating whether or not I liked the song. It was just like, I found it a cool song or not. So like me liking particular songs doesn't necessarily mean I sort of in any way attach myself to the lyrics. I just think it's a cool sounding song. You know, but that's just me. This episode had a lot of depth. Like, there's a lot of depth. Well, there's been depth in this show for a while. But I really enjoy the way this show has unfolded. Because the biggest challenge that anything with multiple seasons has is that it needs to stay entertaining and fresh. And the problem is you either have a funny show or an action-packed show or something like that. And eventually it goes stale because it's the same thing over and over and over. And they're usually trying to change the format, but they fail in that they try to either make something deeper than it actually is, or they change it too much and it just doesn't feel like it fits anymore. In this case, we started with basically dirty internet comedy that we basically grew up with on the internet, which is hard to find nowadays because of political correctness. But it had that vibe to it. It was funny. It was a breath of fresh air. We liked it. It was dirty. It was raw. It made fun of everyone and anything. You know, nothing was off the table. And we sort of liked that vibe and we kind of went with it. But going through the first season of this funniness where nothing was too heavy, it gave us that introduction and world building of the world of, you know, Hazbin Hotel and Helluva Boss. And so with season 2, the focus shifted from the comedy to the characters and the relationships between the characters. Blitz and Stolas, Molly and the other girl's name, you know, Luna and all these other people. And then it was like, whoa, okay, so these characters actually have depth. And they go from 2D to 3-dimensional because it's not just relationship with person A with relationship with person B, but we kind of see the web of interpersonal relationships and they explore different elements of themselves. And then we sort of start clicking with these characters, not just them being funny or entertaining, but rather with personality aspects of them. And then we start noticing their flaws, their traumas, their self-deceptions. And then we've got these little arcs like Blitz and Stolas. And we've watched Stolas for a while. We've watched him be kind of funny and fucky with Blitz, but he was really wholesome with his daughter, and he loves her to bits. And then with his wife, she's a bitch, and, you know, all this kind of goes together. And now we're kind of at that stage where we kind of want the best for him, but we also want the best for Blitz. And in typical drama fashion, and I would never kind of like watch these drama, romance, love triangle shows, like they bore me to shit. They do this thing where there's this glimmer of hope that they can make it work, and someone creates this, you know, like triangle, gets in the middle of them, and it starts this whole thing, and one person only realizes that he likes the other person because someone's taking them away. You know, it's... But in this context, I can appreciate it. It starts with sorry. You have to first be sorry about something. I love how Voriska is genuinely portrayed as a character with actual feelings and acts on them, and not with her bit of violence, but with genuine advice. The fact that Voriska is truly a kind and empathetic succubus of a person truly signifies her improved characterization over the first season, which was basically just Blitzer's ex. So, do you know escorts? People that get hired for, like, you know, sex, basically. They've done interviews with high-tier escorts. We're talking girls that cost thousands of dollars for like a few hours. Like, you know, high-tier. And they basically say the same thing. They don't actually get hired for sex. They get hired for companionship. They get hired by like rich men because they just want someone to appreciate them and someone that would talk to them and make them feel wanted. Like, half the time there's no sex involved. At all. They're just talking to someone that they've spoken to before that understands them. And they're basically just saying that a lot of these people's wives, you know, they wouldn't even have to worry about this person cheating if they just, when they came home late from like 12 hours of working, just went, hey, how you feeling? I made you dinner, or like I made you a coffee, or like, you know, how's it going? You know, they lack that very basic warmth in their relationship that they go and seek it out. And they don't have the time to find it genuinely, so they just pay someone to simulate it. Isn't that sad? A nice sound designer detail is that when Stolas is crying and Blitzer wants to comfort him, that you can hear Voriska singing, "Don't touch the pretty thing. You still can't. You can't handle me" in the background. Yeah, I noticed that. I didn't hear the full lyric, but I heard the "you can't handle me" part, because it's like, you know, you can't handle me. But I also found it funny that Blitzo knew what he needed to do, but he couldn't do it. And it's very similar to how he knew he needs to apologize and be honest, but he couldn't do it. He still puts on the mask of the fuckboy. He still can't be honest with Stolas because it's vulnerable. It's hard for him to be vulnerable because being genuine means the other person can reject you for you. If they reject the persona you portray, who cares? It's a character. You don't care. Whereas if they reject you, you take it personally. I also like how Voriska realizes that Blitzer absolutely belongs at the I Hate Blitzer party. Oh yeah, he's the star guest. No one hates Blitzer more than he hates himself. And I'm going to put those links in the Helluva Boss Hazbin Hotel thread so I can listen to them later because, you know, songs are awesome. Well, let's see what's on the schedule. We've got ourselves Spice and Wolf. I think we've got 2 episodes. Konosuba, I think we have 2 episodes. And we might watch some Spy X Family. Have people actually voted on what they want? Sub. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be watching it in sub. Alright, cool. Quick little break, and we're gonna start watching some Spice and Wolf.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun size, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.